Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to both the live, the Dr. STEM show. I am so excited. You know how I'm always going. I want guests. I want to talk to someone. Today, I have a special guest with us, Mr. Phillip Enkey. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Dr. Stem. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored.
You're welcome. So what happened was last week he was on one of my friends' pages, Astrid Mueller, who's doing a retreat, we call it. I think it was a retreat, right? It is a retreat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was being interviewed there, and he's one of the speakers that is there. Well, he's not a speaker, but pretty much persons that are on the schedule there. And I'll tell you, I was so excited to see you there just for the blip of time that I saw you, and loved the work that you're doing and your passion. So what I want to do is, I think I won't do you justice if I introduced you. I wanted you to tell us a little bit about you and what it is that you've been doing with your life.
Oh, thank you. And Astrid Mueller is such a beautiful person. So if you guys haven't, go check out her page. She did a Sparkle and Soar retreat to
Yes.
motivate and uplift anybody who needs a pick me up. And if you've had cancer or you're fighting cancer, you get in for free. It
Yeah.
was great. I was so honored to do that, and I'm so honored to be here.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit about me, Dr. STEM. I was born and raised in North Carolina. My life started with a tragedy. My mom passed away in the car in the front seat, and me and my brother tried to wake her up, but it was it was a sad experience. I was a little kid at the time, and that kind of threw me into, I didn't realize what was happening at the time, but music was such a beautiful distraction for me. I love Disney movies. I love sing-along movies. I loved the tapes that my parents would have in the car of James Taylor and Cat Stevens, and hearing the Beatles. And growing up, I grew up in the 90s, and I've kind of I've had a beautiful life, though. It started with tragedy, but I'm a very lucky person. I met my sweetheart, my soulmate, when I was 14 years old. Went to both each other's proms, were both each other's first kiss and everything.
Wow.
Um, I joke, I tell people that there's going to be a Nicholas Sparks movie one day about my wife and I. Her name's Danny. You guys should go check her out. A Day with Danny is her Instagram. She's hilarious.
Okay.
Um, we have 5 kids, and I joined the Army a few years ago. I'm in the Army Reserve. I found out I had a sister from my mom who passed away. She gave up a baby for adoption when she was 16. I found out she existed, and I had got a new sister a few years ago, and now I'm just married to my sweetheart and raising 5 kids, and I'm about to have my third back surgery. So I'm dealing with a lot of chronic pain right now.
Mhm.
It's been really, really hard, but really rewarding. It's given me insight into people's experiences, and as a musician, I write about these things, Dr. STEM. So what I do is I write songs for people that are hurting. And when I am exposed or rub shoulders with someone who's dealing with a specific issue, whether it's cancer, like I'm sure we'll talk about,
Yes.
um, or chronic pain, I write, or mental health, I write songs, and then I go and I interview people as I write these songs, and I produce them. And if I have the budget, I put together a music video to give these people a voice to the world and let them be the music video. And
Yes.
it's so fun. And I love writing music and performing and getting to meet really cool people like you who I would have never thought I would have met. So this is really neat.
I know, right? So, because he's a musician, and because one of the reasons why I wanted him to come to our show today is because he is an inspiration. His music is motivating, inspiring, encouraging, empowering, you name it. That's why today we are calling this Music is Hope, Music is Life. That is the title of this segment today. So, without further ado, I want to get into the music, because your music, from my understanding, reading about your music and also hearing you speak on Astrid's platform, there's a story behind the songs that you sing and write. So
Yeah,
maybe you can tell us about the first song that you're going to sing, and then you
sure.
can sing it for us.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So like I said, I joined the Army when I was 30 years old. And so most people that join the Army, I've heard them say before that you know, these are kids that fight wars. And I've always thought, kids, what are you talking about? Well, I went to Army basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and I realized what they meant. They mean kids. These are 17, 18, 19-year-old kids signing up to join the military, and not just U.S. military, in any military.
Yes.
That tends to be the pattern. And it's crazy. And I was blown away. Well, I was 30 years old and I was 230 pounds. I was overweight. And when I got to basic training, the first thing my drill sergeant said to me was, he looked at me and he said, "What trimester are you in?" And I was like, I didn't know how to answer that. And I was like, second.
I'm not pregnant.
Yeah. I said second trimester, drill sergeant. And this is the edited version, because what he really said was not appropriate for your podcast,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But he said, "Yeah, right. Your water's about to break, but it's okay. We're going to fix that." And they fixed it. They put us to work and they smoked us. And this song is called "Can't Break." And it's, for me, it was at a time when I felt like they were doing everything they could to break me. And the people, the soldiers around me, the men and the women, it's hard. Like it's hard. And I love this because I wrote it at a time when I was struggling, missing my family, and my physical abilities were being tested. But I hope that this song can speak to anybody who's going through something new, uh, unfamiliar, kind of unexpected, and here you are, you've been dealt this hand, and this song is called "Can't Break." So I hope it can help, and I hope you guys can hear it well. But
Yes.
if you can't, this song is on Spotify and iTunes,
Okay.
so you guys can look up this song "Can't Break" by Phillip Enkey and listen to it anywhere. Here I go, brand new place, chance to start again. Brand new world, brand new face, can hardly take it in. I'm singing la da da, singing la da do. You can break these bones, but you can't break my soul. You can take my sleep, I don't need to eat. Oh, you can throw them stones, but you can't break my soul. Oh. Step it up and follow me. Get on your feet and stand. Watch me walk, watch me run, and catch me if you can. Singing la da da, singing la da do. You can break these bones, but you can't break my soul. You can take my sleep, I don't need to eat. Oh, you can throw them stones, you can't break my soul. Got blisters on my feet, my hips, they don't feel right. Oh no. Watch me as I go now. See, I refuse to fall out. You know. Oh, 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 oh. Oh no. Singing la da da. Singing la da do. You can break these bones, but you can't break my soul. Singing la da da, singing la da do. You can break these bones, you can't break my soul. Leave me in the cold, but you can't break my soul. You can break these bones, but you can't break my soul.
Whoa. You can break these bones, but you cannot break my soul.
Yeah.
The power of the mind and the power of the words that come out of our mouths.
Yeah. Well, and I remember when I wrote that, there would be, if you in boot camp, if it's all on a schedule of training, and if you get hurt for one day and fall behind on training, it's that much longer till you can see your family. So when you get hurt, it's one of those things where it's like, do I say something, or will I be able to catch up? And we would see people fall out, we'd see people get hurt and join a different group but anyways, I just remember thinking, like, I got to get back to my family. Like, so at one point my knee was hurting. My back didn't hurt too much then,
Mhm.
but yeah, that was a song that I really needed. It got me through
Yeah.
boot camp.
How old are the kids? You said you have 5 children. How old are they?
Yeah, my oldest daughter Callista is 11, and then my son Sansom is 9, and then I have a daughter named Evelyn who is 7, and then a daughter named Abigail who is turning 4 this week, and then a 1-year-old son Sawyer.
Wow.
So 11, 9, 7, 3, and 1. It's fun.
Wow. And you know, I don't envy you guys when they're 10 in their teens, they'll be like one after the other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll love them and hope for the best.
Yes, yes. So the singing, how did you start singing? And is this something that you started, again, when you were young?
Yeah, I'm really glad you asked this question. I always sang when I was young, but never in front of other people. Like I would sing in my bedroom, I would sing in the shower, I would sing in the car along to the music, but I would never in my mind. And I hope people listening to this like really hear this, because if you would have asked me even 5 years ago
Yeah.
that I would be a professional musician, let alone singer, I would have laughed in your face. Like, are you insane?
Yeah.
No, 5 years ago, I was working at the post office delivering mail on a mail route, and my voice was okay, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
But I always sang as a kid privately. I just never saw myself as a singer. I just loved music, and I sang for myself. When I met my wife, my future wife at the time, my friend, and we courted, and then we officially dated. I would sing her songs, but that took a lot of courage just to sing a song for her because it's this a beautiful girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so initially, my girlfriend Danny, my wife now, got me really, because when I initially was singing as a kid, I would sing other people's songs, which is what you do. You sing the songs you love, and it's actually more difficult than I realized to write a song. And but Danny, my girlfriend, just inspired me, and I wanted to write something beautiful for her. And then I realized, wow, if I can do this for love, I could do this for loss. I could do this for grief. I could do
Mhm.
this. What else can I write songs about? And that kind of started that process for me. But then, yeah, just a few years ago, when I went to doing music full time,
Mhm.
I finally invested in a vocal training coach, and started to get vocal training. And I went full time into performing and now recording professional music. And we've won some award. We've won 7 international film awards for our music videos.
Yes.
And I say we because there's so many people involved in this to make it work. I'm so grateful for their help. But sorry for the long answer. But I hope
That's okay.
people listening in your audience can hear a big thing I've learned from this, Dr. Stem, is that I you don't have to be like most. Yes, people are gifted. Obviously, yes, people have gifts, of course. But a lot of times the people you see doing something that you would enjoy doing, the only thing that separates them from you is just practice, just an investment of time and resources. But you know, any person you see on TV or on the radio or hosting a podcast or a stream like this, at one time was just a regular person sitting on the bus going to school.
That's
And they made things work. And
yeah.
so
Yeah.
I think anybody really can do anything, as cheesy and cliche as that sounds. The only thing getting in the way are your own doubts. The reality is you can create anything. And I love that about life.
You said exactly what I was going to say, as a follow-up to say, in addition to that, I think self-belief of just believing in you and believing in you, not in the sense that you're good, but believing that if I try, I can get better. And as you get better,
Yeah.
you become good.
Yeah. And I think what scares people a lot, Dr. Stem, is we compare ourselves to other people way too much. We think, oh, for me to do this specific thing, whether it's a skill or an entertainment or a career path of any kind, we think I got to be as good as this person that I've seen. but that's not accurate, right? What makes that person great? Yeah, it's of course they've developed skills and a knowledge of a field of some kind that's valuable. But what makes that person valuable is that person.
Yes.
They've just chosen to get training around and add value to themselves. So if someone is getting started in something new or having self-doubt, the most valuable thing about you is not the skills you're going to develop.
Mhm.
It's you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Those skills will only help you express you better. But
That's
you are the gift. You are the thing that is unique and different.
yes.
No one is you.
Yes.
So if you're going to do art or you're going to do sales or build a business or motivate people, whatever it is that you want to do,
Ye-
I think it's important for people to remember that it's you. You are the unique thing that they need. So
Yes.
as long as you can be genuine in you, you're going to make a difference. You're going to have
Yes.
an
Well said. Well said. You know, if I were to ask anything out of parents that are having children now or still have the children, is frame the footprints that they take at the hospital when a baby is born. Frame that, and
impact.
give it as a gift to your child, because that footprint will never be the same as anybody else's footprint.
Mm,
And if that is the one thing that they can do to work towards leaving that footprint and as a
mm.
symbol of them having been here on earth, I think there'll be less fear on just flying and just flourishing and doing things
Yeah,
that they love to do, because then your footprint is really yours and uniquely yours. Whereas, you know what? We will have the same passions, singing, motivating, inspiring, encouraging, same passion. But then the way that we bring that passion into, effect is going to be different, because my footprint will be different from the next footprint and your footprint and the next person's footprint. So, just in addition to that, if parents are listening, that's one of the things that I'm always saying, to say, take a picture, frame that picture, and always remind them that your footprint is so unique, and never look at anybody else's footprint and think that they're better than you, because then you are better than than you. And that's what
yeah,
we continue to do. We continue to improve on ourselves, so that I'm a better version of me than yesterday, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Beautifully said. That's such a thank you for saying that. That's a
Yeah,
beautiful idea. And we have, in fact, we have frames. I know we have at least one of Callista, our daughter. But
the
yeah,
footprint, right?
and
Yeah.
that's the thing about prints, right? Like
Yes.
a fingerprint or a footprint.
Yes.
When you put them up to somebody else, none will match, but you'll have little tiny pieces here and there that can line up at times.
Yeah.
It's completely random. But what I think is beautiful about that is just you being you in whatever field you're in.
Yes.
People will relate with you in ways you would have never expected,
That's
or
true.
they'll pull things from you. I've done a performance before,
Yeah.
and I thought the whole performance, I thought, oh my gosh, I am not doing good today. I was at a restaurant and I was like, no song. I was like, something I must have yelled too much before and my voice isn't right, and there's a piece of my range that isn't coming in just right, and I was struggling. And when I was done, a guy came up to me and he said, you know what I loved about everything that you're doing here? And I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, I cannot imagine what this could be, because I don't think I'm doing anything right here. Uh, he said, I looked at your sign and it has pictures of the different icons that you can go to: Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And my kids have been trying to get me on Facebook for years now. And I don't know what it is about today, but I saw your thing on Facebook and I thought, if the musician has Facebook, maybe my kids are onto something. Maybe I need to get Facebook. And I thought, I would have never imagined that that's what this guy would have pulled from this. You never know.
You
Just
never
being
know.
the different person that you are, just being you is making an impact. In
Yes.
the last 24 to 48 hours, you have impacted someone's life
That's true.
for better or for worse, and it's okay. Don't judge yourself harshly. But
Yeah.
once I've realized that, to your point, Dr. Stem, I've realized every day can make a difference to someone. So go
All
for it.
right.
Huh.
Talking about making a difference, what's the next song and the story behind that?
Okay, yeah, let's see. What's What's a good song? Let's see. I had my set list here.
Okay.
Um, oh gosh. I just it's hard. Okay. Well, I gotta play this song because um the music video is coming up. And if you're in Utah, do you have any of your audience in Utah, do you know, or in the West?
They're all over, because then we post this on every social media after this year. It's
Great.
as we're coming out live now, it's coming out on every platform. And so people are from everywhere around the world,
That's
international as
great.
well.
That's
Yes.
great. We're filming a music video
Okay.
for this song I wrote. It's called Comeback Song.
Mhm.
And it's really, for me, it's a lifeline right now.
Okay.
It's why my hair is a little kind of crazy and I haven't shaved. I'm growing out my hair and my beard for the music video.
Okay.
Uh, but this song is about how life has ups and downs and victories and failures and success and embarrassing moments.
Mm.
And all of these things are what make life life. It makes life beautiful.
Yes.
And it turned into an anthem recently. You know, when I write a song, it's a different process every time, and sometimes songs change. And this song changed into an anthem recently. It's kind of my lifeline right now because I had a surgery in March on my back that didn't work, and I'm waiting to have another back surgery here in a few weeks.
Oh, wow.
And just with the pain and the medications, it's just been really, really rough. So this song is for anybody who's been through a trauma of some kind, or a heartbreak, or a failure, or a rejection of some kind, and you need a comeback song.
Okay.
So if you're in Utah, we're shooting the music video for this August 22nd. And please reach out to me because I'd love to have you. But this is called Comeback Song. I've been healed, I've been hurting, I've been whole and broken in two. I've been proud, I've been humble, I've been short when rent is due. When the odds stack up again, I know this is the life I've been waiting for. High, oh so high, Lord knows that I've been low. When my sky turns into floor, I know this is the life I've been living for. Whoa, I've been worn. Lord knows that I've been cold. When my pain turns into gold, I know this is the life I've been living for. Yeah, I've moved up and been shot down. I've sat first class and slept on the ground. I've been stopped and I've broke through. I've been lost and lucky too. When the odds stack up again, I know this is the life I've been waiting for. High, oh so high, Lord knows that I've been low. When my sky turns into floor, I know this is the life I've been living for. Whoa, I've been warm. Lord knows that I've been cold. When my pain turns into gold, I know this is the life I've been living for. This is the life I've been living for. This is for every broken bone, for every night I've spent alone. This is for me pushing through every wrong I can't undo. This is my comeback song. Did you ever think that could not be me? Were you ever told to think realistically? Come and sing, pushing through every doubt they throw at you. This is my comeback song. So I sing, oh, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh, oh, oh. This is my comeback song. This is for every broken home. This is for you if you're alone. Well, come and sing, pushing through every doubt they throw at you. This is our comeback song. This is for every broken dream. For every night spent on our knees. This is for you, dreaming too of all the good that we can do. This is our comeback song. Oh, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh. Come sing, oh, oh. This is our comeback song.
Whoa. So
Thank you.
here's my hope for you, that whilst you're recovering, when you go back into surgery, that
Yeah.
you will get to watch this show, and you also get to watch the video that you'll be making of the comeback song. And
Yeah.
remind yourself that we want you back, healing quick and coming back to this, because this is what you love doing. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, that's a
Thank you, Dr.
beautiful
Stem.
song.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening and inviting me to play it.
Yes.
I only have 2 rules when I write songs. And the second rule is I don't write good songs. I write great songs. And I
Okay.
don't mean that other people think they're great. I mean, when I write a song, it's got to make me feel something. It's got to make me feel greatness. And so that song has just been medicine for me. I've needed it. So thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
inviting me to play it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. So I want to remind everyone that is also watching today that he does this on a full-time basis, write songs, produce songs, do the videos, and also, works with other people as well. So if you have been inspired, encouraged, and love the work that, Mr. Enkey is doing, please visit his pages, and I will be showing all the links as wherever you'll be watching this, so that you can support him, because any donations and support that you can provide and also share on your pages to share this show and the songs and videos that he does, that's going to be really, really appreciated, and also very helpful to the project that he does. So
I appreciate that, Dr. Sting. Can I add that, if I
yeah,
may?
sure.
I also do I love to sing for people when they really need it. So, and I do that for free. So I appreciate the support and the follows and the listens, and the donations are like so huge and they're so sacred. But I'm open to more love, inspiration. Tell me your stories. I want to meet more people and hear more stories, and every human is a book that I haven't read yet, and I'd love to read more. And if you're going through something really hard, I sing for people. I visit them or I stream to them. If you or someone you loved is really, really having a rough time, I'd be happy to meet you and sing for you. So anyway, sorry, I wanted to just patch that in.
That's really good. But I know I wish I had all this time in the world to do this with you. Before we go, there's a song that you wrote for one of your friends that has a beautiful video. You shared that song as well, on Astrid's page, and I really truly want to hear the story. And you can also sing us out of this session with the story, because it was so touching, and it reminds us, I think, I resonated with it, because one of the things, then the reasons why I inspire, encourage, and empower people through these interviews and the work that I do is because I want it to be a reminder that you only have one life. And it's up to each and every one of us to live that life, or we're just going to lose it. So to hear from those who were here before encouraging us, and also the stories that you are having an opportunity to tell, to remind all of us that we only have one life and we need to make the most of each moment. And each day is really, really very inspiring. So, I hope you're okay with sharing that story and that song.
Yeah, I'd be honored. Thank you, because I promised Kent that I would do this for him. He was at Kent. So Kent was a friend of mine, Kent Soper, an inspiring man. Davis Kent Soper. His friends call him Davis, I guess, or I always got confused, but I always knew him as Kent. And at work, I used to work at the post office,
Yes.
and I was in middle management. And he called in and he said, "Hey, I have a treatment. I'm running a little late, but I'll be there." And I hung up the phone and I told one of the other managers, I said, "Kent says he has a treatment of some kind." And they said, "Oh yeah, Davis has stage 4 esophageal cancer." And I'm like, not this guy. I think we're talking about two different people, because this guy always did his route on time, took extra mail, always happy, cracking dad jokes, just a great guy. And I was like, he's one of the people, as a manager, if anybody's in management, you have some employees that just make your job easier. Like when they're there that day, you're like, "Oh, thank goodness this person's here today." He's one of those guys. Well, it turns out he had stage 4 esophageal cancer, and he's delivering his route and living his life. And I asked him after I had left the post office, I said, "I got to know your story, man. How are you doing this with this type of diagnosis? What is, teach me, like, teach me how you're doing this." And we talked. And one of the things that he said was, he said, "I have a personal mantra that is, as long as I'm stronger than I was yesterday, then I'm doing okay." And then he kind of cracked, just joking. He said, "Hey, that could be a song." And I thought, yeah, that's amazing. This guy is amazing. And so I went and I interviewed dozens of people who were fighting cancer. Also interviewed people who had lost their spouse to cancer. And those interviews are so sacred to me and special. Um, but I used the notes from those interviews to write the lyrics to this song. It's called "Stronger Than Yesterday." And I sat with Kent when he was in hospice before he passed away. And one of the things that he said, uh, he was very honest. He was very frank. He said, "I don't want to die, but I've done everything that I can do, and there's nothing else left to do." And I think he was talking about medically, because he still wanted to live his life. But he said, "But I'm not afraid to die." And then he said something, and it's not like he was trying to be wise or give this grand quote. It was just like he was just expressing himself honestly, and was just realizing. But he said, "I'm not afraid to die because I've lived." And I just thought, wow, like, this guy is staring death in the face and he's not afraid because he's lived. Like, I've just thought about that so much. But I promised him before he passed that I would tell his story. So thank you, Dr. Stem, for giving a platform for Kent's story to be shared.
Thank
Did you
you.
want me to sing the song, or
Yes,
just
please. Yes, please.
okay?
And that will take us out.
Okay.
Please.
I am not afraid of this predestined crisis. I, by God, was made, not by diagnosis. There's still life left in me, and I still bleed, but I'm stronger than yesterday. So run your test and draw my blood. You will see my best before it's all done. And there's no white flag in my hand. With those I love, I will make my stand. Oh, I shine. Listen to my battle cry. I sing, oh, oh, So wipe those tear streams from your eyes. Be it health or death, one day I will rise, and there's still life left in me, and I still bleed, but I'm stronger than yesterday. Oh, I'm not shy. Listen to my battle cry. I sing, oh, 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 oh. I might look weak, but I'm stronger than yesterday. Not all stories have a happy ending, do they? But you don't worry, mine's not over. You'll hear me say, I'll say, hear me say, oh, 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 oh. I might look weak, but I'm stronger than yesterday. I'm stronger than yesterday. Oh, I'm stronger than yesterday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Whoa, okay. Where can people find you and learn more about your music?
Yes, please. So anywhere you listen to music,
Yes.
anywhere, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, search my name, Phillip Enkey, and you'll find my music. If you want to connect with me personally, please tell me your story. Tell me what you're going through. Tell me your pains. Tell me your heartbreak. I want to feel your story and be inspired by you. Reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook, Phillip Enkey. You'll find me there by just searching my name. And I'm just so honored to get a chance to address your audience, Dr. Stem, and to spend some time with you. Thank you so much. I'm so honored.
Thank you so much. Remember now, it's not over until, because you promised to come back
Yes.
to the show.
Yes, that's
and
right.
sing 3 songs. He's going to sing
Yep.
for us my favorite 3 songs. Don't worry, be happy.
Three Little Birds,
Three
The
Little
Goodness
Birds.
of God, and
Yes.
Amazing Grace. And I'm going to do it.
There you
I'll
go.
do it.
Thank you again so much. So, you know what? I will share all the links as well for people to, get in touch with you. Once again, thank you so much. I wish you a successful surgery, speedy healing, and greetings to your wife and family.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love you. Thank you, Dr. Stem.
Thank you so much.